All right. Should be all set. Looks like we're live and ready to go with a new title. Let me just get some links going and we'll be gooch. I gotta say, I am incredibly excited to play this. Right. All right, so I believe we're all set. I am glad I started this game up fresh. That's kind of why it took me a second to get on. I was sitting in the title, getting warmed up, when the screen started getting all weird shenanigan-y on me. And it was all, I definitely got to capture this. So, closed out, reloaded. Hey Triforce, glad to have you in. Hopefully this will be a fun one for you to watch. I think I'm going to give it a couple more moments before I get moving. Like, looking at the OBS settings, the audio doesn't seem like it's too big of an issue, but let me know how the music is versus my voice and whatnot, because obviously with my headphones on, it feels like it's blasting, and that might not actually be the case. Alright, in any case, okay, I think my links are all sent out. Whew, alright, shit. Camera might move, depending on how the night goes, you know, just gotta pay attention to the game and how the game plays. But for now, I think bottom left will work. From what I know about Slay the Princess is it's a psychological horror romance. One of my friends told me that it is fully voice acted, so I shouldn't have to do any reading like I did when I played that one sci-fi game. It was an awesome game. Can't remember the title though, but it was awesome. Keep that in mind. Yeah, so fully voice acted, psychological horror. And we will be doing some Dynasty Warriors at some point in the future, but I'm feeling a little like actioned out. So I kind of just want to play something that gets me more thoughtful, maybe more morose and somber. And I feel like this might be the perfect title to do just that. Oh, and I don't have the chat up. Good thing I didn't start it. Now, we are ready. After one more dock, actually. Or not. Okay, new game. Let's see what's up. The Hero and the Princess, Chapter 1. I don't know why I read that backwards.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
We'll turn.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm gonna click on things real quick. Hold it. History. All right, so I can read the dialogue. Save my game. I got a menu here. I guess once I get used to the game, I can maybe turn off the quick menu. It doesn't seem like it's too distracting, though. Ah, the end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Dude, there are 131 achievements in this game. If I get the bad ending, I'm gonna have to own this shit. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? That's not a very Eggman thing to say. We gotta be real about that. For real, dude. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Alright, so lower my voice slightly and bump up the game. Okay. I put myself down to -8, down from -6. I'm gonna put the game from -16 to -12.5. Let me know how that goes. How can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? If you can, we already did that part. Yeah, dude, I'm a man of evidence.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Y'all gonna get the egg playing this game. Okay, let's do it. What would Eggman do? That is what we need to ask ourselves for every single question tonight. What would the egg do? How can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
I feel like I'm being bamboozled already. Killing princess seems kind of bad. Can't someone else do this? Forget it. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. If she's as bad as you say she is, maybe I'll slay her. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Okay, so tell me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution!
Spirit.
Now that is some Eggman shit right there.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Yeah, but I am the
Don't believe a
Eggman.
word she says. We're not going to go through
So
this, right?
I'm immune to her
She's a
wiles.
princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
The voice of the hero? Oh shit.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note, the blade, is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this.
I was trying to pause it so I could point out. Notice how everything in the environment is shifting around except for the dagger? Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Always strangle her. Enter the basement. Or get a robo minion to do it.
Creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
That's the way to think.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
As I say, without moving the cam, but yeah, maybe shrinking it a little bit. Let's see how that goes. Are you here to kill me? Still your nerves and step forward. What would Eggman do? Humor her for a little bit. Me? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. Here to slay ya.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade.
I don't know. I feel like that's
Don't
not what
you
I should
dare.
do.
It's fine. We can decide what we want
I
to
realize
do
it's not a blade.
after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in
But
cold
this,
blood
though,
isn't
is-
very becoming of us.
Tighten the grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
She-devil!
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
She's asking the important
I'm probably
questions.
chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Where's Elon's
So,
chainsaw when I need
you
it?
should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Wow, she is really,
She's armed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
she's really, like, not alarmed that I'm willing to just attack her without talking. Explore. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? Still walking it? Okay, Right, I'll just move the camera there. I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
There. Squint at the princess while holding onto the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Squint even harder.
Squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Alright, let's do the thing. What the title says.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Oh shit! Why do I have
A moment of
claws?
distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Ow.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
This is interesting.
Your blade
Oh,
slashes
shit.
through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Flee and lock her in the basement. Give up. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Most
you don't
certainly
have time
not, Brad.
to worry over such things. Everything goes dark.
Was that the
And you
fastest
die.
ending to a game ever? Oh, shit! We're at
You're
another
on a
chapter.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What in the Doki Doki Literature Club is going on? I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? No, okay, no. But I died. What am I doing here? She's going to kill me again. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again? I'm gonna do the deja vu, bro.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
I'm getting a terrible idea that this game is super meta. And the reason the world ends if we save the princess is because the game ends if we don't kill her. Whereas if we kill her or we die trying to kill her, then the game just restarts into a loop. We might be doing, like, this might be some, like top tier Daredevil shit. Deadpool, not Daredevil. This is more than just deja vu. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Don't gaslight me,
We did our best with
motherfucker!
the information we were given, and we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
The princess is gonna remember.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free.
So she's gonna be on guard. The adversary, you might say.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters.
I'm with Voice of the Stubborn.
The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Alright, let's see if we can nail this thing down. Actually, no, I want more deets.
Just be quick about it.
We killed each other last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again? All she did last time around was beat me to death. How can someone like that end the world? To quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. Why was she strong to beat me to death with her bare hands? Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
To quote you from last time, she's just a princess. Why was she strong to beat me to death?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Bro, why are you gaslighting over here?
Oh, this is maddening. Why do you keep asking questions? There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here.
Thank you, Voice of the Hero.
Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
He called me special
You're
needs.
the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
We sure are.
I like the sound of that. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. What else would we even need to know? We've got all the reason we need for a rematch. Exactly. The less you know about her, the better.
We killed each other last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me.
Except
don't
I do.
talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Oh, he's right. I did talk to her. But did the game force me to talk to her? Like, I didn't really have an option.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Proceed to the cabin. I wonder what happens if I just leave, though. I'm gonna have to try that option at some point.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Let's go right at it,
Are you
dude.
sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Proceed, bro. I don't remember being given an option not to talk back to her.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I also just noticed that the pointer for choosing dialogue is like a clawed hand. We're definitely not good people. You say anything about the mirror on the wall? This whole cabin is different than last time. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Bro, what the fuck? This whole cabin is different than last time. Dude,
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. The world is depending on you.
why are we a monster? Why is that a human? I got questions!
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This is the last time I bum rush killing the princess. I'm gonna start pursuing some other alternatives after this.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Bro, what's going on?
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Hey, I don't know
Looks like
if,
she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
tieflings are kind of my thing. Demon girls. that
Oh,
kind
it's
of,
you
know?
again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Hold the fuck up.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
Why is this
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
turning me on? Okay, let's see. I hope you heard all that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than last time, but last time definitely happened. You look different. So you do remember me. I'm actually here for you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I don't know what happened to you. This is the last time you met, but I am not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye! Oh my god, dude. Turn around and leave without saying a word. I feel like Eggman would probably actually be like, you do look different.
You look exactly the same.
Alright, fine. I believe you. What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Unreliable narrator, bro.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
It'd be wild if the princess could hear the narrator and she's holding out on the info. Just because it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't know the depths of my apathy.
You're joking, right? I'm just going to pretend that you're joking.
Yeah, you better be joking. We can't win unless you take this seriously.
I really like Demon Princess, I'm not gonna lie. So you do remember me. I'm actually here for you. I'm not saying I'm not. Okay, I haven't said what I'm going to do. I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I am not fighting a giant demon lady. What would Robotnik do? Do we do it, guys? I did say there'd be no talking. We just go right for the attack and then start exploring the dialogue. But I also don't want to attack a demon lady because this is kind of like, again, goals. Double down, attack.
Finally ready
shit.
to complete your destined task, you launch off the whetstone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
I got the voice of the stubborn in me now.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
Oh!
Unfazed by your onslaught, her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor.
Ow!
You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
Mommy, don't choke me.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Because we're weak.
You don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart.
God damn, dude.
You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Yo, we're straight game
Protect
permission.
Your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win.
She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Bro, oh my god, I don't know what to choose. If I go for her heart, I'm probably gonna die as she kills me. But what if she was being legit? I don't know, because she's so happy to fight. Like, would she tell us her weakness? Or would she tell us, like, I think she's baiting us. She's doing a double fucking feint. Then again, we tried the hero strat and it cost us our ribs. But since when has being stubborn never been a good thing either? I'm gonna bait an opening.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
She's throwing us around like
No!
a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Yeah, dude.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
Oh, slice her wrist.
How disappointing.
Right down center lane.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The eye of the needle. Yo, for a game called Slay the Princess, it's not really easy to slay the
On
princess.
a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive.
I should have
Are
escaped.
you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason.
Do we still have the voice of the Stubborn with
We have
us?
the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like her influence has poured out into the world. What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else? No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
No last advice for us? No words of warning?
What I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase. The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your side.
This music
leaving
is
you
so
no
good.
choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Well, I did say I was going to make 2 attempts.
We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it.
So what we're going to do is now true exploration. But there's no way forward. There's a mirror at the end of the room, and that's it. Approach the mirror.
We can try to survive without our steel claw, but you've marked us as easy prey.
Yeah, well, maybe the narrator is easy prey.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You do see it, right?
All we see is a damned mirror.
This really is just like last time.
It smells of nothing, yet it's still there. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
I'm digging this, dude.
It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Does she actually want to fight now, or can I chill her out?
If
Chill her
she's
down.
angry, she'll make mistakes.
Are you sure you still want to fight? I know you can get out of there on your own. If you want to fight, then how about you come and get one? I know you can get out on your own.
But that wouldn't be fun. I don't want to be a monster chasing you down. I want to face you head on. I want an equal. It's so much better that way.
We need to get closer. She needs to see us to give chase. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. You'll need to be faster than her.
I am so curious what's gonna happen after this, dude. I didn't bring the...
Turn to face what lies
Oh.
at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face droops.
I might be into this.
There you are. But this time you don't even have that little knife. Do you think this is a joke? Do you need me to break those fragile bones again to remind you how serious this is?
She's bubbling, hot with rage. We can't get close if we want to live. But we'll be able to draw her out of here. She's hungry for us. I know I said this earlier.
Do that at your own time.
I really have to stress how thin of a razor's edge you're on right now.
This is
No.
fucking fascinating,
The
dude.
only way out is through the eye of the needle. And we're going to win. We'll need the steel claw. Grab it as we leave.
I don't even know if I want to fight.
In her eyes, the princess
Oh, shit.
rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
Oh, she's kind of scary.
Run.
Oh, she's a little scary.
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you
Oh, bro.
desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
And there's the knife.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
Steel claw, now!
Apotheosis princess might fit my Dami mommy bill. It's too late. Run for the door. Take the blade. I kind of don't want to attack her. I want to see what happens if I don't get violent. I don't know what to do. Oh shit! I got two options. It's dumb that this is what I'm up on. One more go.
Without missing a step, You grab the blade from the altar.
So you do want to fight me? Good.
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there.
Exactly. Voice of the
And we'll
100, I
take
like
the
you.
fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me! Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head!
That chick in your head? What are you talking about?
Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
Falling right into my trap. Slay the princess. Are you sure you want to do this? You're free now. And out here, I have the upper hand, but we don't have to fight.
The princess scoffs.
Free? This is just another place. This is just... What is this? Where are we? This doesn't feel right. It's cold. Why is it so cold?
Kill her now!
I feel so tired.
The blind leading the blind. Free someone who doesn't want to be freed. You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away and it's
She's
left
gone.
something else. Oh shit.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Yeah, you know, honestly, I can't deny it. Partial to the theory myself. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm just looking at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
There's nothing else to do.
Thing reeks of death. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
The narrator is gone,
Yes. Does that mean the world ended?
and we died with it.
It hasn't ended. We're still here. The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going. I'm begging you, don't do this.
Literally, I can't. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world that are out of there? You know the narrator. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Or you trapped me here? You know what the world is beyond this place. Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack the entity, destroy the body. Ooh. I got a lot of options, dude. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
I'm getting some Dark Souls music vibe. Is this the end?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Don't get sassy on me. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
That's easy. I am the Eggman. Future technocratic dictator of the world. Solitary lights. What do you mean? The only light in a vacant hole? What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Yo, this music is really bumming me out. Damn. Are you the princess? I thought it's an obvious letter out. The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes.
As in the princess
Nerves
was a
and
fragile vessel.
fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
Have a good night, Triforce. Thanks for
This
helping out
one
with camera
remembers a
placement.
spark lost in time, and she would stop at nothing to reclaim it. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally remembered what she thought she'd lost.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
This game has 131 achievements. How much are you supposed to replay it? To bring her more perspectives. Are you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much I'll forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? What if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How many more pieces of you must I find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Are you dead? What are you? And what if I don't let you do this to me? Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Yo, what in a Doki Doki Literature Club? Monica?
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the
You
weight
can't do
it's
Schrodinger's
meant to carry.
Eggman on me.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
The hell just happened? Yo! It just crashed! Wait, did it crash or did it kick me out? Hey, did the game fucking auto shut down because I said wait here forever? Hey, we're coming back. We're coming back. Hold on. What the hell just happened? What just happened? I can't tell if it closed or if it closed.
You have returned to me.
Hey!
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Bro! Okay. I never let your side attempt to outweight your destiny. Yeah, I disagree. I don't think this is the worst ending. I don't know what I would call this. This is something, though. Oh, dude. I'm getting mindfucked right now. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
The princess? Oh, Jesus, dude. Bring the eye of the needle to her. A burning
You're on
heart.
a path in the woods, and at the end of that,
The real slay the princess starts here. You'll know it when you see it.
you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or R on the controller. Tab. Alright. The end of the world. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Oh, wait. That's a fast way to the menu, at least.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Your clock is not mine!
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end. And that's exactly what just happened in the last chapter I did. We got her out of the cabin and everything ended. If we are gonna kill her, it has to be in the cabin.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Nope.
Do you even know where you're going?
I'm like Sonic running into the ocean. Okay, fine, you're persistent. I go to the cabin. Okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin and talk to the princess. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope! The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Go walk in the opposite direction now.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
What the hell?
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Bro. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good. Maybe everyone should die, and so they give her dumping me in the woods and ask me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Quietly continue down the path. No, I will not be emotionally blackmailed.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
Nope.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated
It sure
confrontation
is.
with the princess.
But I'm stubborn. There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go to the cabin, don't I? Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again! In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Oh god, the cabin is following me.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
This is freaking me the fuck out.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
This is like the Stanley Parable on
You
steroids.
doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Yo. We're still going to chapter 2 with that ending?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
And now there's a wall in the background. I can't wander endlessly. You aren't kidding. She actually entered the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. But I died. The whole world ended. What am I doing here? Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
The contrarian.
I
Bro!
called off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
I like the way the contrarian thinks.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you can pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
If I can't wander away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Stay in the woods forever.
Oh, that's clever! A little boring, though. It's extremely boring.
Yeah, but it's contrary to what the
do
narrator
that?
wants.
Can we really just do nothing?
We're about to find out.
You can't just do nothing. You have to do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
All
something by
right,
doing
so
nothing,
it's
bro.
decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing forever.
That's what we're doing, buddy.
Congratulations. You continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? Who's getting-
I'm like a monk starving myself into death.
What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore. Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
Voice of the contrarian, dude. It's the grudge's hair. The world around you is unwound. Its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds, undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Return to your distant path or fate. I think that was the worst ending,
You're
buddy.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Damn. All right, that was unique. I am too full of myself, so because I didn't interact with the princess, I didn't enter the cabin itself. I didn't lose any of what made me my own being. And so then when the world ended and the hands came clutching, they found nothing they could use. I'm not your pal, friend. Have we considered that maybe the only reason she's going to the world is because she's
While
locked
I
up?
appreciate the mental, nevertheless.
We did that, didn't we? Yep. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Damn, that's fucking harsh.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. you'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
I'm not your guy, buddy.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Give it to the pink man. We are going to skip the blade. It's talking time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Softly?
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I think I'm here to slay you. Just checking in on you. Hi. Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Interesting.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
I'm onto you.
Her to the far wall.
You're some
of the
buff
basement.
dummy, mommy.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. I'm the first person you've seen in a while while you've been eating or drinking. I'm sent to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm going to read these. I'll just read what I'm going to do. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Except we know she's super fucking strong. I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me.
Except it kind of
This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
She's getting mad. She's gonna go demon mode.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
Good question. Tell me.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Narrator, you got anything, buddy?
Turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Your mortality? Your
This is the
humanity?
only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
Narrator, you crazy
That's
bastard!
relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Hmm? So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
This is getting into some kinkish
I'm
territory.
Sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Yo, you're acting sussy!
Okay,
You and the
that's
narrator are
it.
both sussy.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
So we know
You
she's a
have
fucking
all the
behemoth.
explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with. Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Oh, shit.
You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
Go back outside.
Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Is she behind the door? Investigate or close the door! Ah! The scientist in me. Close the door.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
I really want to investigate, but I also, in the situation, would just be like, go on. Don't want to get. I'm gonna investigate.
You step forward to investigate the severed limb. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into a dark corner of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The princess tears into you. Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your shoulders, digging into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing at your flesh.
Holy shit. What is she?
You roll the princess off your back and turn to face her, rising to your knees and readying your blade.
Those eyes. She's going to kill us. Yes, things do look a little grim, don't they? The two of you are losing quite a lot of blood, but there's a reason she decided to strike from ambush. She isn't confident about a direct confrontation.
Just because she's playing it safe doesn't mean we have the upper hand. Come on now, don't let your confidence waver. This is an important moment.
I'm going to kill you.
The princess leaps onto you as you raise your blade in defense.
Bruh!
You find your target, and time after time you strike, but the wounds she inflicted in her ambush hinder your movements, and with each fresh exchange you're a little slower, a little weaker. You seek solace in the fact that she's slowing too. Finally, she collapses, and you collapse beside her.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
Your grasp on the blade weakens. It slips from your numb fingers, lying uselessly on the floor.
This can't be how it ends, right?
I'm sorry, but it is. You aren't making it out of this basement, but at least you finished the job. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Fuck me, dude. Chapter 2, The Witch. Ooh, that's eerie.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Proceed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry. You can trust us
Opportunist.
to get the job done.
Proceed. I'm gonna try something radically
The
different.
interior
Whoa!
of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
No blade.
Enter the basement.
Hope you know what you're getting us into.
It'll
Obviously I
always be here
don't.
if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath.
That actually smells kind of
If the
good.
princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty
Skitters,
finds itself
ooh.
on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
This is an interesting layout.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Well, we're gonna try to let bygones
She
be
must have you
bygones.
confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yeah?
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Yeah?
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
I guess that means release the princess, no questions asked.
Thank you.
Oh,
You
she
descend
looks
the basement
feral.
steps,
This is adorable.
entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Because we do.
No. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time?
No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
That is definitely not what's happening, my man.
Let's chat her up
But noted.
first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Wow. Rude. Sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? Sure, you've made mistakes. Look, I know, things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Can you get out of those on your own? Those things didn't stop you last time. Can't you get out of those on your own?
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
I'm like over wanting to stop her. She's kind of boss now. I'm sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I bet. Neither of us are gonna get anywhere. We can't trust each other unless you want to fight, but I don't want to fight. If you could have gotten out this whole time, what do you even need me for? The whole cabin isn't locked.
The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. That binding I shed is just a symbol of the crueler magic at work in this place.
That's some straight up
If I'm to leave,
noble
I'm to
dead
leave with
stuff.
You, and you alone.
I get the sense you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Fuck it. Let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
True.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Onto the stairs I go.
That's right, you're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those
I
things,
love
but
the
I want them for a
meta
good
narration,
reason.
dude.
I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? What did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your
Ah,
shoulder,
damn
sharp
it!
and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far
frog.
wall,
It was in her
gasping as
nature.
she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up?
Back is broken, buddy.
I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
I'm with you on that one,
You
opportunist.
were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
We could have gotten out of here if we just trusted each other.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
I'm curious if we replay it and
Princess's
do
body
exactly.
twitches as she tries to get up.
Oh, her back is broke too.
Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
What a hater.
Are we both just
stuck here. Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Bruh! Why are you a hater?
Really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
Damn, that was mean. I actually wanted to help her too.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
Next revive, full stop, help the
I
princess.
wasn't
See what's
feeling
up.
much of anything, but now I feel
'Cause now I'm feeling that connection, like, we're both kind of screwed. Oh! You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before, and you always get scared. I am Explorer.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
It fucking remembers! It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Finally! We're going places.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror and gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The bloat. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again and proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
I'm finally getting this game. Oh, I'm finally understanding it. Okay. What do you feel about me? These vessels have been bringing you. I've hurt them.
There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I cannot be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
Every princess must die. Every princess will be absorbed. That's the point of this game. Literally, slay the princess is slay every princess. This is dark. What do you want to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Are you the same being as before?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
How many more vessels do I need to bring to you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
I believe I'm understanding this game a bit better. Let's be polite. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
restroom break, and then start over. Man, this shit is getting too fucking heavy for me. Well, me and Juan are in agreement. I feel like we are anyway. This game's kind of bumming us out. Damn, this is a depressing ass series. Which obviously means it's fantastic. I don't get to feel a lot of emotions. I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Shut up! Alright, hold up. Wait. Bring the witch to her. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Let me fix my settings real quick.
You're
Yeah.
on.
Oh, dude, okay. We got some interesting. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Mm-hmm.
A warning before you go any further.
Proceed! Yeah, we're gonna do some non-violent routes in a moment.
The
What do I
interior
take
of
the
the
dagger
cabin
but
is
go
almost
full
entirely
non-violent?
bare. The air is.
Take the
You
blade.
take the.
And tow. Ooh, the music is grim.
The door to the basement creaks open.
Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here.
Oh, she's
I
got
was
that
starting to think they'd
confident
forgotten
voice.
about me.
If I have an option to throw the dagger away in front of her, we're taking it.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her
Yeah,
to the far wall.
that chain don't mean shit. Nah. Haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
I love this confident
Look how
princess,
reasonable
dude.
she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
This game is so good, dude.
We'll be
It's
fine.
so good.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Relationship? A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Hmm? There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you think? What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No. And if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
As we expected.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
The world is pushing me toward one directive, and I refuse to bend.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna have to cut her hand off.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Jesus Christ,
Cut
dude.
into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Ah!
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
And failing.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It totally was, bitch. The prisoner. Ooh. Instead of the witch, we get the prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wife your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about?
I wonder who the
We
new
just met
voice
for the
is.
first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last
Skip the
time. I
eye!
wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Damn, dude.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Less than a minute ago. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? We've done that already. Go to the cabin. The narrator can do his thing.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I don't believe a word you say, buddy.
Don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
I would never.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and
this was my
focus on the
playthrough.
Princess.
What's the hair? What's the hair on the right? I'm gonna try something.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that
Let's
this is a
skip
prison.
the mirror.
The only furniture of note is an iron table,
No.
bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Go to the mirror again.
You
One more
walk up to
time.
the wall next to the basement.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe
Exactly.
he'll be back.
Exactly. I'm the skeptic. Take into the basement.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Nope. I'm not doing it.
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world.
Now, you talk me into giving her the blade.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
Why don't I get a say here?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement.
I literally had no choice!
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
Yeah, we're gonna give it to her.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
We'll find out.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She looks good.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat?
The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
She's going to leave her here. Leave the princess in the basement. Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? What do you mean? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall, who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Could.
Maybe
Good.
it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
What happened after I died last time?
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how. First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
Would have, might have.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Well, I am definitely not gonna listen to the voices in my head, so morality takes precedence. Inspect the shackle. What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she is
Bro, she's locked up.
whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options.
Just
listed
give her the
pros and
knife, bro.
cons.
Call it a day.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Exactly. You're asking about my intentions. What did you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Another.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Not anymore. I'm trusting you. Inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
True that.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Oh shit.
Excuse me? Yes, Are we stuck here now?
Become your own
Yes.
jailer.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we
Damn.
supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Yep.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Yeah, we did.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Did you know this is going to happen?
No.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
So we're stuck here.
Yep.
Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Wait in silence.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
At least the world is safe.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. She's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
Yep.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Wait in silence.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass,
And
and
pass.
until suddenly, there are no walls. And then,
Bruh, what?
and...
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
He's chilled.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh, she's gone. No chance to respond, nor will I ever. It's time to leave, never return.
And there's that mirror again.
Of course it's here. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay, just trust me. You've been here before and you always get
But
scared.
it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Approach.
Oh, I don't like that silence.
Gaze into my reflection. The decay. I've withered.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
It doesn't matter how many times we go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. What can change you?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves. But none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, my awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of self-knowledge.
Do you not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences. You have your responsibilities, and I have mine.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Bring the prisoner to her.
You're on a path. You're here to.
Right. I'm gonna call things here because it's midnight. I was experimenting with this game, and I felt I've experimented enough where I play the solo, work out how to unlock things, but yeah. I appreciate everyone who tuned in and was like, hey, what is this Lay the Princess business? And yeah, 3 hours later, dude, this game is a little too philosophical to play live extended. Some will be doing a lot of rehashing and replaying. But at least I got that out of the way, and now we saw the raw. Oh damn, dude. And everyone knows I'm sipping for the princess because I have a soft spot for the injured and the beleaguered. So that's where we're headed. I may come back to this game, may not. At the end of the day, though, I did get it out of the way. Fingers crossed. Here is just some more Dynasty Warriors in the future. I'm Little Pete.